hey, practical task, love everything you do for the community. Do you take some grim pleasure in showing people that they were
close?
one decision away from winning a set?
Yeah.
That Zayn was one pummel away from winning his set against HBox? Like, it's fine, you're doing good for the community, I love that info, but we know you get off on it, dude. Like, it's okay.
Yeah.
All right, back to this.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Analog, the Melee podcast with a nice curved form.
Am I supposed to understand what that's a reference to?
Do you not know the reference?
No.
It was how Sakurai described the Piranha plant amiibo.
Oh, I do remember that. That was great.
There's been memes about it all weekend.
Well, we were just talking, it feels as if it's been like 2 weeks since Piranha Plant was announced.
Honestly does.
And it's been...
like 3 days, 4 days since we recording this.
Yeah.
It was Thursday.
It was Thursday? God,
yeah.
Yeah, it's been 4 days. That's crazy.
That is crazy. It feels like much longer.
We were, for the show that I'm working on, we were rewriting headlines today for our first show on Thursday, and we were like, yeah, the Nintendo stuff's just going to be old news. It already is old news. Just get rid of it.
It feels like old news.
It is.
I think one of the big reasons that it feels like that is because so soon after the Direct, we've just been consuming video after video of like the final or close to final build of the game.
Yeah, no, I know.
Because there's so much footage out there
People have just
now.
been talking about the game in general since then. All the Piranha Plant memes were over and done with on Thursday.
Overshadowed by all the Spain footage and the Japan footage.
Piranha Plant legitimately looks like a sick character.
Yeah.
I'm not even memeing. The super armor like plant
Long
shot
thing,
move is fucking sick.
I feel like that's gonna be good for maybe edge guarding. On stage is gonna be a gimmick, but in teams, see when I see characters like that, I think about how they can be used in teams.
Why is it going to be a gimmick on stage?
Because it's like so slow.
Is it?
Yeah.
How long does it take to happen?
I don't know. It looked slow to me when I saw it.
I feel like, what if you if you can just put space between you and the opponent, can't you just do it? And then you get a free shot. It's like, okay, you ever played Ness in Melee?
Yeah.
You know how whenever you reset to neutral with Ness and the opponent's in the air, you just up B because there's like no downside to it a lot of the time?
Yeah, I guess I can see the concept because just how ridiculously far it goes. But the other question is there a hurt box there? Like,
that's true. If there's a hurt box, then
it's a little bit higher risk. But the principle kind of stays.
Yeah.
Kind of stays there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ness is legitimately such a weird character in Melee. He has one of the weirdest neutral patterns of any character.
Hey, you're talking about how weird Ness is while we're describing Piranha Plant?
Dude, I love
literally
that.
who has tiny little feet at the bottom of the...
They're longer than Ness's feet. Longer than Ness's T-Rex arms.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Ness is not close to being a good Melee character because his recovery is so bad.
Yeah.
But he's close to almost being a fun mid-tier. I wish he were a fun mid-tier.
He is close to almost being a fun mid-tier. What a low bar.
I think he's like the most fun low tier. Him and... Yeah. I think he's the most fun low tier. Depends on whether you're counting Mewtwo as a low tier, but I think he's probably more fun. It
depends. I like down tilting with Ness.
Down tilting with Ness is fun. It's also
a really
good.
Fun move. Yeah.
It's really good, and it's critical to setting up yo-yo glitch sometimes.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think Pichu's really fun.
You like jabbing with Pichu?
Honestly, no. I like down tilting with Ness. I don't like Pichu jabbing. You know what I do like? Pichu's Team Aqua bandana in Ultimate, the costume.
Yeah, that is sick.
Yeah.
Did you see... Oh my god, this is more of an... This wasn't a terrible post. I'm fine with the post, but it is sort of an indictment of just how bad the Smash Bros. Subreddit has gotten. That there's a post that was just like why spiky-eared Pichu is important to me.
I know. Like... I knew exactly what you were talking about when you started talking. Yeah,
it was just like
that story was so cute.
It was, but like it was like fifth on the subreddit.
I know. Also, it was like what? Really?
It was just this long, rambling story about this guy being like, I traded my spiky-eared Pichu, and then I had to leave it behind because Nintendo wouldn't let me trade it, which was bullshit that you couldn't trade spiky-eared Pichu.
Well, it can't avoid... Dude, it traveled through time too much. This sent me down the rabbit hole of, like, Bulbapedia, trying to figure out what spiky-eared Pichu is all about. It is cool that they brought spiky-eared Pichu into the game, though. I knew nothing about spiky-eared Pichu
dope.
before reading all that stuff.
Spiky-eared Pichu is dope. Spiky-eared Pichu is very important to lore. Spiky-eared Pichu is the reason why we know that Silver is probably Giovanni's son.
Oh, how does that tie in?
The time travel has to do with that time travel stuff. You go back and see Giovanni, and spiky-eared Pichu is in both timelines, and yeah.
Where's Silver?
Silver's at the end of it. He's also there.
You're talking about in the games?
Yeah.
Oh.
The time travel story has spiky-eared Pichu in both timelines, and you.
Wow, I just never went through that. Do you need like the Pikachu colored Pichu to initiate all of that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll have to. I mean, I don't know if I can.
I might
get
be
it
a little
now.
fuzzy on the details, but
yeah.
That's
sick.
Yeah. Okay. So we looked at this at the GTX bracket, and Rishi said, "Man, I don't want to talk about any of these matches except for Mango."
Yeah.
So we'll talk about Mango eventually. But what we're going to do for this first thing, we're going to do this episode as a review of Edwin Budding's Monday Morning Marth for November 5th.
Yeah.
Because Edwin. Anokh sent me his Monday. He sent this to a group chat I was in and said, did I miss anything, you guys? And I saw other people talking about it, but I was at work, so I didn't say anything. So I wanted to look anyways. So we are going to tear into Monday Morning Marth.
All right. Let's see what we got. Number 1, Irvine succeeds.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is true. Okay, so here's where me and Anokh are both geniuses. Last week, we were going over who had chances at the Mango. Mm-hmm. And I said that Griffer had a very real shot of doing well. Yeah. And he makes top 8 at this tournament.
Yeah, good stuff, Griffer.
And then he got 3-0'd by Squid, which is fine, because Squid was playing great. But I think Griffin can legitimately make a run.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Great.
So, great point number 1, Edwin. You did it.
He beat Absent Page and Ginger. And then he came very, very close to beating the cheater Wizrobe.
Yeah. The cheater. Indeed.
Yeah. So Griffin could totally make a run. And then Squid beat Calmaster, Westball's Bananas, and then, like, fucked on Griffin.
Dude, why does Westballs lose to every Falco?
Do you actually have any theory?
No, because I haven't watched any of them.
Me neither.
So I don't have a theory. It's like such a bizarre trend that it just keeps happening.
I have a bunch of really dumb theories that are probably wrong because I haven't watched the set. It's like Punish Game gets evened out in the Falco Ditto.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
I don't know. But that's also cool because both of those players got sponsored by Prometheus Esports.
Yeah, the same weekend.
And then they defied the sponsor curse and actually did amazing.
Yeah.
And
the sponsor curse hasn't been hurting people this year. Zayn got sponsored and then became a top 10 player.
Yeah, that was a big
he got third at Summit. So
that's a big one.
He turned the tides on.
This was also Wizrobe's first tournament sponsored. So it was a tiny bit of a sponsor curse for him. He's still top 8.
Is he going to lose his sponsor given all the cheating allegations?
He's a big cheater.
He's a big cheater.
He's a big cheater.
As we know. Yeah. We'll get to that. Okay.
Okay, GTX 8 takeaways. Another week, another victory for Hungrybox. Without Armada in his path, can someone pick up the mantle as the Hungrybox
Yes.
counter?
Were you watching Zayn versus HBox?
I mean,
he
one pummel away.
Yeah. So while watching that set, I immediately tweeted afterwards saying that Zayn might be the best player in the world right now. And
I thought that was such a dumb tweet.
No, I meant it.
It's so stupid.
Why is that stupid?
Because he just lost.
So? You don't have to be the best player to win with Puff, don't you know?
I know, but what about losing? But he lost to Mango too, and you do have to be the best player to win with Puff.
So I was away from my computer at the time, and I didn't feel like tweeting on my phone. But I was thinking, Mango's also the best player in the world right now. And I would have tweeted that.
Mango is the best player.
So in that set, Mango looked like the best player. But between the two of them, they're the two best players in the world.
Okay, so can someone pick up the mantle as the Hungry Box counter?
Yeah.
This is obvious bait. I think Zayn and Mango can both possibly do it. I think Plup can do it.
In terms of becoming like a counter, Zayn has the best shot right now besides maybe Leffen.
Besides Leffen.
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing. Okay, Mango beat Zayn. Forget everything else. I want to alert the presses. I also love bringing the Fox back against Hungry Box on Dreamland. But Mango struggled heavily to switch to Falco. Afterwards, perhaps you should test the waters with Falco to start the set and close it with Fox after the Dreamland turning point of a set. I see. Interesting. Before we get to that, I just want to say something I just remembered. Hey, practical task. Love everything you do for the community. Do you take some grim pleasure in showing people that they were
close?
one decision away from winning a set?
Yeah.
That Zayn was one pummel away from winning his set against HBox? Like, it's fine. You're doing good for the community. I love that info. But we know you get off on it, dude. Like, it's okay.
Yeah.
All right, back to this. I don't know. What do you think about starting with Falco and then closing it with Fox after the Dreamland turning point?
I mean, I think that's totally fine. I've done that myself before.
Mm-hmm.
That just depends on the player's mentality as they go through a set, and I don't know what Mango's approach is to that. He probably just had that strategy in his head ahead of time where he's like, all right, I'm sick as Falco on every stage. I just don't feel like playing Falco on Dreamland, and I can win with Fox. And
yeah,
he clearly can.
Yeah. So the time where it was really. So did he? I tuned in midway through Mango HBox, the first set in winners. Mm-hmm. Did he beat him with Fox on Dreamland?
I can't remember if he took any games as Fox on Dreamland, but at the very least, he brought it to last hit. I just can't remember off the top of my head if he actually took the game or not.
Okay, yeah. So he definitely did struggle switching back to Falco in the Grand Finals set.
Yeah.
That first game where he played on Yoshi's was the first Yoshi's counter pick was a little rough. But I don't know about switching to Fox just in general, because you're also then giving. I mean, you have to also keep in mind that you're throwing Hungry Box off by switching back to Falco, even if he gets one set where Mango's not playing great. The next game Mango's playing amazing, and also I just this is one of those things where I think it's a narrative that. Maybe it's not a false narrative, but, people say Mango just plays I feel, whatever, blah, 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 blah. That's the basic thing. He's obviously been trying to innovate against Puff as Falco a ton in the past few sets. He came out with a ton of up smashes like 3 sets ago. Yeah. When he beat him at Summit, that was a huge thing.
Yep.
And then
the dares, man, he just racked up so much damage.
Yeah, he's tech chasing, and the way that he's pressuring Hungry Box out of shield is insane. And then this set, too, on Dreamland, his links into up airs were insane.
Yeah, someone pointed out that one of his, it was either Shine, Shine, or Shine up air.
It was Shine, Shine. Toph pointed it out.
It was the Shine Land, not a Wave Shine.
Yeah.
Which is insane. I've like, thought about my dream Puff rest punish on that stage as, like, Shine, jump, to top platform, Shine Land into 2 more shines.
Well, and he killed Hungry Box at like 40%.
Yeah, it's basically what he did, except in a more realistic way.
Yeah, it was insane. But he also, there were so many times when he just would hit a shine, and he would immediately, if you're slow after the shine, you just won't hit an up air.
Yeah, you won't hit Puff.
So he would just immediately read HBox's DI away and double jump up air and just clip him with 1 hit of up air and kill HBox at like 60. And it was insane. It was so cool.
Yeah, the way Mango's been playing recently goes against the narrative that he is a washed top player now.
Yeah, I don't think he is at all.
Because we've joked about this too, that like he's just gonna retire soon because he's getting tired of it. But when I hear him talk about it recently, he doesn't sound like he's getting tired of it at all.
No,
he sounds like he's getting more hungry. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Mango at Summit.
He's playing better.
I'm excited to see Mango at Summit for sure. Also, Mango beating Zayn, obviously huge thing. I know Edwin's making a joke. But it was only a matter of time, I think.
He outplayed him. He outplayed Zayn.
And he's outplayed Zayn in some of the sets he's lost, too.
Yeah. But, like, this time he outplayed him enough.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That Dreamland game was insane, dude.
Yeah.
He fucked Zayn up on Dreamland.
Yeah. It was a crazy set.
Yeah.
Zayn was playing well too. His comeback on Fountain was nuts.
That was nuts. Zayn's also. It's been a while where I've felt like there really has been a Marth who just has FD on lock against Spacies. M2K, back when M2K was feeling that way, SFAT made it look hard for him. And Leffen and Armada have also made it look hard for him.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I mean, he's the main one who looked that way ever. But Zayn really, it just looks like it's done every time.
And what's crazy is how different they make it look. Zayn, obviously, I agree more with how Zayn approaches it. It's very much about like the true optimal punishes, which he's executing them now. And Mewtwo King's a little bit more mix-up heavy.
Yeah.
Which can make him kill Spacies faster.
Right. M2K likes doing fairs and up smashes and stuff to carry you and catch you in F smashes.
I'm thinking more about like how he gets his openings. Like he'll just run up an F smash, yeah.
I mean, just also though the punish game is, I think Zayn's got it way more optimized. M2K
For sure.
M2K has a lot of
Well, M2K doesn't go for the chain grab.
Yeah, not the true chain grab.
That's the biggest myth in Smash history.
Exactly, yeah.
That Mewtwo King's the chain grab master.
He goes for it up to
20-something%.
Yep, and then he up tilts.
Yeah.
When you're supposed to pivot grab, and a lot of the time it works out. Also because the tech chase after that's often really, really easy.
Yeah.
It's really free.
It is.
It's one of those things where everyone's experienced this. Foxtrotting to where someone is teching as Marth and then doing a tech chase is like the easiest thing in the entire world. And getting tech chase on reaction after down throw as Sheik is so fucking hard.
Yeah.
It's just like it's so easy. Yeah. Even if they tech in place.
Yeah.
But yeah, Zayn's chain grab is insane. He does the short hop up airs too, which M2K used to do a really long time ago and has given up on.
Yeah, the short hop up airs, like some Foxes are making it really hard to follow up on with their DI, and even sometimes Zayn will mess it up depending. Like usually it's like SFAT or Leffen who's good at knowing the mix-ups.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're adapting.
All right, so far, another victory for Hungrybox. We were sort of meh on that. Mango beat Zayn. Yeah, good takeaways here from Anokh. Zayn somehow beat Wizrobe at the same tourney he lost to Mango at. Melee's in a strange place.
Nah. No, it's not. It's in a cool place.
Yeah, again, I feel like that was a matter of time.
Yeah.
At this point, does SFAT need to develop a Captain Falcon counterpick for Zayn? Absolutely not.
No, he needs to... Okay, first of all, SFAT's neutral against Zayn is better than basically
Most
every
Foxes.
Fox.
Yeah.
Like, he was playing, for the most part, like, his game plan is really, really good, in my opinion. But he killed himself, like, 4 times.
Yeah, like, legitimately at like 15%.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things where it's just the most SFAT thing you can do. So he killed himself 4 times by trying to shine Zayn's recovery at the bottom of the stage, and Zayn just early up being
and he was going for some mix-up at the ledge that just wasn't working.
Yeah, exactly.
But that being said, like, he beat Zayn in neutral a number of times, and his game plan worked a little bit better last time, and I think this time he was trying some more variations, I guess.
Exactly, yeah.
Which makes me think that, like, even though he's now at 0-9 against Zayn, like, I won't be super surprised if he wins in the next couple sets.
No, me either, and that's why I don't think that he needs to develop a
counter. Does not need a Falcon
counter. I think Zach is the sort of player who will commit to a strategy for a set, knowing even after a little bit it might lose him the set.
Yeah, but
like after the first 2 failed shines in game 1, it's like.
Yeah, but how many other
he still went for them.
How many other players has Zach run into this year and lost 9 times to? Like, at some point you got to say, like, I need data. I need more information.
Yeah, so I think that this is good.
I agree.
I think this was great. I think if SFAT hadn't gone for those edge guards, might he have won? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But I don't think he cares too much.
I would love to see SFAT win the Mango and then get to play with me and Zayn at Summit.
That'd be sick. Yeah. I would love to see SFAT win the Mango. So that's a no on this. No Captain Falcon counterpick. SFAT's still doing good. Zayn's just an amazing player.
Yeah.
Which Spacies does Zayn not have a crazy record against?
Leffen.
Yeah, that's it. Right?
That's it.
And Crush.
And Crush, yeah.
Hashtag DQ Wizzy, yes.
So, Zayn and I were talking about some like new Marth tech recently, and we were like, wow, this seems really good. And I was like, yeah, so this is the use I come up with for it, and this is how I think Fox should beat it. And then we like sat for a second, and we're like, so basically the thing Crush was doing a year ago. I'll explain it in more detail another time, but basically like what Crush is doing a year ago is what's going to beat like the next mix-up that Marth has. So
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, hashtag DQ Wizzy, yes.
Yeah.
100%.
It seems like a no-brainer, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
too much stalling.
And I think, like, I understand all the OCD stuff, but I also feel like he will adapt given the circumstances, right? Like, he can't just... part of your strength as a competitor is your ability to compete in the setting that is provided to you. Like, you can't take all the time that you want in the world, right? There is a limit.
Yeah.
So if the TO set a limit and he's unable to compete at his best, given the same restrictions that every other player is subject to, that means he's a weaker competitor.
I don't like thinking about it in terms of weaker competitor stuff. It's just like, I get the OCD stuff, and that's definitely a real thing he has to deal with.
Yeah.
And the stuff between games, I totally understand. I'm not even that worried about that stuff. It's just he shows up late all the time. Or
Yeah.
he shows up, like, even when he shows up and takes a while to warm up, that's still, you know, we should talk about it, and we should say, hey, sorry, we know you have this stuff, but we do have rules. It's just when he shows up late, which he does all the time.
Yeah.
That's what's really, like, after he's the only set that could be played.
He's also one of the few players that TOs have felt the need to assign a specific person whose job it is to get him to the venue, like to the TV on time. Like, to an extent, it's excessive, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that's fine. It's just there should be accommodations made for what Wizzy needs, but there should also be a rule. There should be accommodations made to help him be able to adhere to the rules. And if he doesn't adhere to the rules, they should still apply. That's sort of how I feel.
Yeah. I think we agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that there's never been any consequence so far.
Okay, so yes on that. Army has to feel really dumb about those taunts. Do you know what this is talking about?
Yeah, he played Wizzy and he was like ahead in game 1. He wobbled him to 300. He taunted, and then Wizzy came back and 3-0'd him. Who's next?
Okay, sure. Yeah, sure. I'm sure Army does feel.
What a strange tournament from Bananas. He beat Axe but lost to Mango and Squid.
No,
is that a
that's not
strange tournament? No,
Bananas
it's
at
not.
all. That's sort of okay. Axe has always struggled against Ices.
Yeah.
And his victories against them with his secondaries seem like an on-the-day thing.
Yeah, exactly. And Pikachu Ices is ass, and I have talked to Axe already about getting his Marth up to speed for Ices.
And Mango consistently will just drop sets and then win sets. And Squid, yeah, I think maybe the Bananas... I would have said Bananas Squid is pretty even. Especially, it's favored for Bananas because this is out of region for Squid, and Squid has historically been terrible out of region.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Tournaments, please make sure this shit doesn't happen. This is absolutely unacceptable.
This is referring to the Dween.
Yeah, so this is what happened. Now, there was misinformation spread.
Yeah, there was.
Pretty wildly. So this links to a tweet by Amba Sinister.
Because the misinformation came purely from speculation.
Yes. So this is links to a tweet from Amba Sinister that says, absolutely buck wild that a tournament which last minute switched from UCF to non-UCF ran top 8.
That I didn't know happened.
That did happen.
That's crazy.
Ran top 8 on a single stolen Dween provided by a top player that will almost certainly face zero repercussions for this. Now, here's the thing. This Dween was not stolen.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah. And after this...
Nor did it belong to the top player that he's talking about.
Yes. And after this, we saw a tweet from Streamlord, manufacturer of the Dweens, who said that the Dween was running on an old patch. It was not. It was running on a current patch.
Yeah, so what they assumed happened is that there were a few players after Shine who had an older version of the Dween for playtesting.
Yourself included.
Including me, Duck, a few others, and Wizzy included.
Yeah.
So they assumed that Wizzy used his Dween and just decided to put it on the top 8 setup, presumably with the consent of the other top 8 players, and that they were just going to run the old version because they wanted to play with dashback fix. That's not what happened. What happened is someone else who hasn't been named to my knowledge had an updated Dween and was like given permission to use it by the TO, and I think also by someone on the Dween team.
Oh, really? That part I don't know about.
Maybe not.
Streamlord and Hacks both seemed pretty flabbergasted by it.
Yeah, but it was basically confirmed that it wasn't a stolen Dween. So where did it come from if it wasn't from their team?
Maybe another playtest Dween. I don't know. I haven't followed that closely.
But it was the up-to-date version.
That is what Streamlord has said now. Here, go to Streamlord's Twitter.
Yeah, because I don't think they've said anything since then. And I think it was Aaron, the Smash and Splash, one of the Smash and Splash TOs. No, he didn't say anything.
Below that, good news, no grime, no fuff. It was a newer Dween that a player borrowed. Go up. It was a newer Dween that the player borrowed from someone who we have lent a Dween. It was not stolen.
Yeah, said player was also given permission to use the Dween throughout the event.
But I don't think that's permission by Streamlord.
Okay.
Because after that, he says, good news, no grime, no theft. Bad news, massive failure on the TO end.
Yeah.
So that's permission by the TO.
Yeah. So Aaron was one of the guys who was like, who was coordinating like the lending of playtest Dweens.
Mm-hmm.
And he just kind of like saw it out of nowhere. Where did he say? Yeah, he was saying like it was irresponsible of the people who tweeted those things. Hopefully they DM'd Wizzy and apologized for accusing him, because it was pretty clear that they were talking about Wizzy.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, so
I haven't seen that any of that happened.
Yeah, that is pretty. You know, people definitely didn't have a lot of goodwill towards Wizzy at the time.
Yeah, over the weekend.
So, but yeah, that's
still
pretty,
like,
woof.
Yeah, that's a pretty major thing to tack on there that turned out to not be true.
Yeah. So yes to that.
Especially with no follow-up.
But yes to that from Anokh, that shit shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
So let's see. We said the first two statements we were like sort of agreed with, whatever. The Melee's in a strange place is a no. SFAT need to develop a Captain Falcon pick is a no. DQ is yes. Army has to feel dumb about those taunts is a yes. Strange tournament from Bananas is a no. And make sure this shit doesn't happen is a yes. So that's 3 and 3, I think. So,
not bad.
Not bad. I think that's where we want to be with it.
You know what a 50% is on a test?
An F?
An F.
Okay.
Great job.
Press F. Okay. Now, the alternate outcome for number 1. So this is Anokh saying that you could still... People have been saying, isn't Smash Summit 7 going to determine number 1 between Hungrybox and Leffen? But Anokh says, what if neither of them win? Wouldn't Armada still be number 1?
Maybe. That's the best answer I have. Maybe. I don't know. He's positive on HBox, right?
Yeah.
And he's negative on Leffen.
Yeah, so the issue that... Okay, for the year, yeah, maybe. I think so. But I still think a year-long ranking's fucking stupid, and we don't really evaluate Melee that way.
You think we do it by the last 6 months?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. So this is what Anokh says is Leffen's biggest case against him being number 1 is when he just lost to Hungrybox over and over again. And
Which
that's
was early
totally
in the year.
true. But that doesn't apply to Leffen anymore.
Yeah.
I think Leffen's pretty solidly, if you look at Leffen in the past 6 months, he looks like the number 1 player.
So you think
along
Leffen
with
does
HBox.
have a stronger case than we think for number 1?
A stronger case than Armada, for sure.
Okay.
And I think HBox probably does too. I don't know. HBox, it's hard to say.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. For me, it still seems like HBox is number 1.
Yeah, that's sort of how I feel too.
Yeah, I'll have to look more closely into it to come up with a justification for not doing that.
Right now, it feels like HBox is it feels to me like HBox is the best player in the world, and it feels to me like that's how I felt for most of the year.
I would disagree. I would say that HBox seems like the number 1 ranked player in the world.
Sorry, thank you. That's
I would say Zayn is the best player of the world.
Uh,
And or Mango.
Okay, here's a
Actually,
sidebar.
it's Leffen.
Here's a sidebar I want to ask you. If Zayn had beaten Mango at this tournament, would there be justification for seeding him above Mango?
Yeah.
It
Right?
seems like this was the make or break point, right? Because he's beaten him so many times
I
before.
feel like you could still flip a coin
He won Shine.
and seed either of them above the other.
Yeah, I agree. But if he had won this, we definitely would have put
Probably,
him above.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to bring up like summit seating, and I got like really nervous for a second.
Oh, yeah.
That's coming up.
We'll go over that.
Yeah.
We'll go over that in a sec. Okay, and then Edwin.
Monday morning mailbag.
Yeah, all right.
He ranked the top 5 Smash raps.
This is the real reason we wanted to do this. All right, so this is... Edwin starts this out with, little do you know how much thought I've unironically given this question.
I think a lot of us have.
does not surprise me at all. I'm pretty sure Dissect is Edwin's favorite podcast, the podcast that just goes over one artist.
Oh, really?
Yeah, music for the entire... So yeah.
We took a look at this pretty briefly before recording, and we were like, yeah, this seems like a good list of top 5 Smash raps.
This is honestly a really, really good list. So we got Good Clucks by H2YL,
Classic.
which I don't know if you guys...
Hasn't aged well.
Has not aged well, but it's...
As in rapping.
This is the one that could most easily be replaced. Then we got Nice Shot Hugo.
I would put this here. I think it's the best chillin' rap.
I agree. It's actually a pretty good rap. I like that Edwin...
It was so timely too.
I like that Edwin ends this commentary with these are still culturally relevant themes today, which is really good.
Yeah.
Then you got P5 in It by Neo, which I think...
Neo, the writer of the chillin' raps.
Right, so 2 and 3 are both P5 in It by Neo and Meta Knight the Best You Ever Had. I would put P5 in It above Meta Knight the Best You Ever Had, purely because I think the hook is better of P5 in It than Best You Ever Had.
I've just had Meta Knight the Best stuck in my head since 2008 or 9 or whenever it came out.
But these were both undoubtedly the best Smash raps.
Yeah.
Until Going Up,
Who's Next
by Army came out.
It's held up for a solid 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think
Congrats.
it will. So
far.
And then Edwin says, I know what a lot of you might be wondering, where's Respect Your Elders? And he says, the diss track isn't that impressive in hindsight. Now, this is where I have to beg to differ.
Okay.
I used to think that, and I still think Respect Your Elders holds up. I was actually singing it to myself on the way here for no reason.
I think it holds up too. Plus, it's like Smash Rap Hall of Fame. Like it's the Smash Rap.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I think that on a pure... The problem is
it built Chillin's whole career, dude.
Oh, it absolutely did. Yeah.
Half of his emotes are from the rap.
He was about to be working at a Walgreens, living that Axe Drake life, unless this rap came out.
If he'd taken a game off Leffen, his career would have been over.
Oh, I agree 100%.
Thank God Chillin got 5-0 by Leffen.
So the problem is that Good Clucks and Respect Your Elders are competing for the meme spot. But I think that even despite Asin and Andon's inclusion on Good Clucks, I think that Respect Your Elders... See, Anokh says what really stands out is its boisterous obliviousness. Okay, and this was actually a time when Chillin thought he might have had a shot against Leffen. Chillin knew he was going to lose against Leffen. If you ever ask him, he says that, and I believe it.
Yeah.
I 100% believe it. He said he thought he might take a game or two.
Yeah.
And
he
at
did take
the time,
a game. Didn't you see his...
honestly, like, I thought he could take a game because I knew Leffen was going to play like an idiot. And Chillin is traditionally not bad at the Ditto.
Yeah.
So I thought he could take a game, possibly.
Did you see Chillin's reviewing on his stream?
I did.
That was so funny. If you guys haven't seen it, go watch it, because it goes to game 2, and the game's about to end, and there's like a weird like stutter, and then Chillin kills Leffen. He's like, all right, this is better than I remembered. I took a game. We actually just edited the clip. It's so funny.
So Anokh says, much of what he predicted to be Leffen's downfall or weak points were completely wrong, if not fixed over time. Dude, Chillin didn't actually think Leffen was going to fall out of the top 6 because he kept losing to Samus.
Yeah.
You think Chillin really thought that? Like, come on.
So this is a no for...
top 7, actually,
for Edwin.
at that point.
This is a no for Edwin.
Yes, this is a no for Edwin, but yes on everything else.
Yeah.
I just don't appreciate the respect your elders disrespect.
So what is that, 5 out of 6?
Yeah.
What percentage is that?
Yeah, that's...
Whatever percent that is.
It's 87 point... No, I'm doing eighths. It's 83.3.
Nice. Good job, man.
Yeah. And then he shouts out the most unfiltered and brutal diss track of all time, which you need to get 500 subscribers on the Melee Stats Patreon to hear.
If Analog gets 500 patrons on our Patreon, we'll release the Melee Stats diss track.
Yeah, actually. Oh my god. First to 500?
First to 500, yeah.
Melee Stats, we're calling you out.
We're beating them right now.
We won the popular vote.
Yeah, we won the popular vote.
We have more
and we know how much that matters.
We have more patrons, but not as much money.
Speaking of which,
right now,
when you're listening to this, make sure you
have already voted
yesterday.
Yeah. But really, please do. Hope you guys voted. Yeah. So overall, this edition of Monday Morning Marth
failed.
I mean, in terms of opinions, Irvine Succeeds wasn't an opinion. GTX takeaways, we said we went even.
Yeah.
Alternate outcome for number 1, we don't really feel like we agree with. I don't really feel like Armada is going to be...
Yeah.
I mean, it does have to be said that this alternate outcome for number 1 is assuming that someone else wins Summit, which would mean that HBox and Leffen were both handed losses that would take them down.
Yeah, they'd both have to be losers.
So, maybe. This is another mixed one. I think it's unlikely that someone else wins Summit other than those 2 players. Plup has not seemed to have the same magic that he had at the beginning of the year. He's still easily top 5, but I don't know that he would win.
He's playing too much DK, man. He's got to focus.
Maybe Zayn will win.
Maybe I'll win.
Maybe Rishi will win. I feel like that timeline died a suicide dare ago.
Good one.
Do you think if you had hit the suicide dare, you would be a better player today?
No.
You don't think you would have changed how you trained or practiced harder or got more support or anything?
It's hard to say. I mean, I don't know. There's so many variables. Right. If I'd won, maybe I would have gotten more lazy. Who knows?
Because, see, I think that Swedish is going to become a better player because he beat Armada. Because he got into Summit because he beat Armada.
Well, Swedish was also in a different place when he beat Armada than I was 2.5 years ago.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
But
I wasn't even ranked at that point. Swedish is already an established top 20, 15 player.
Are you not even top...
I was not top 100.
That's so funny.
I was the only... I remember saying this at the time. I was the only not top 100 player to get top 32 in every major I entered.
That's so funny. Man, I guess it's really, would you have gotten into...
It was a long time ago.
Would you have gotten into Summit? That's
Hell
the
no.
bigger question.
There's no way.
Well,
I think I even opted in within the next year, and I just said
Yeah, but you didn't beat Armada.
Yeah, that's true.
Rishi Armada Evo happened...
Evo 2016.
Okay, it was Evo 2016.
Yeah.
Smash Summit. Wow, I just typed Demush to dumb it. Smash...
It was 3 or something.
Was it Smash Summit 3?
Something like that. Because this is 753. Yeah, it would be 2 years ago. Odd numbers.
Smash Summit 3, November 3rd. Yeah, okay. And the people who got voted into this were Mafia, S2J, Pew Pew, Duck, None in the Moon. I think you could have made it in.
If I'd won. Maybe. It was just such a different time. It's so hard for me to say anything about 2016.
I think So Mafia was going to make it in no matter what. I think S2J and PPU also were going to make it in no matter what. And I think the Moon was actually going to make it in no matter what, because everyone had a huge boner for the Moon at this point, for his commentary and everything. So you would have had to replace either Duck or None.
I don't know, man.
Although the Moon did almost not make it in.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows? We just know you would have been on a yacht.
That's true.
That's all.
These are questions I don't spend that much time thinking about anymore,
well,
to be honest.
That's what I'm here for. To remind you.
Yeah, thanks.
We're going to take a short break, let Rishi stew in that, but we'll be back soon.
All right.
Hey guys, what's up? Zayn here, as always. Hope you're enjoying the episode so far. Hope you've been enjoying the format we chose. Rishi and I were talking after doing this that we had a lot of fun doing that. It was cool having a structure to the episode. I know one person who listens is going to be very happy. Anokh. This is how we managed to talk about you without having you on the podcast. So, you know. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying it. If you guys have ideas for what you want to see us do, we've been doing this for more than 30 weeks now, which is sort of crazy. So we're always looking for new stuff. Guys talking to Rishi every week. God, can you imagine? Anyways, I hope you're enjoying. We'll try to get more guests on soon because it's been a while. And last time we had a guest was really, really good. So I think that's something we're going to be looking into soon. Hopefully this is going up at around the normal time. Sorry about the late upload last week. Again, I'm just trying to work everything out with my job and getting that schedule all sorted out. But I think I did. I prepped everything. On Tuesday, I'm going to leave my computer rendering overnight like I usually do and then upload when I go to work. And then it's just a matter of me remembering to publish everything tomorrow at the correct time. But it should all be ready to go. So yeah, that's good. What else? Sorry to say that after our 2 weeks break, we unfortunately might actually have a little bit of a gap coming up because we got Rishi going to Summit soon, and I am going to be doing starting off the show at Cheddar, and we record on Mondays. We're doing live on Mondays. By the way, I will tweet out when that show is going live. It'll be one day after this is coming out, so tune in, please. We got a really good package about hacks that I think you guys will enjoy. You guys know about it, but it's cool. He talks about some personal stuff that's pretty cool, actually, so I think you guys will enjoy that on Cheddar, twitch.tv/Cheddar at 5 p.m. EST on Thursday. What else? But yeah, the scheduling may be a little thrown off. Fair warning, scheduling is probably going to change in general because we usually record on Mondays, and that's not really going to be a possibility going forward. And then Thanksgiving week is when we might not be able to record at all because we'll have me recording my show on Monday and then Thanksgiving, basically, after that, because I'm gonna head to Thanksgiving land on Tuesday, I think, so might not be a show that week. We'll try and get one out because it'll be really hard with Summit too, but yeah, fair warning. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Definitely will keep you updated on all of that. And you know what, if Rishi doesn't, if we can't do stuff in those 2 weeks, maybe I'll do some stuff on my own. Maybe I'll have someone on the podcast who's not Rishi Summit week, and we can just do that. Just do like a Discord thing or something. It'll be less editing on my part, and I can just release that as an episode. But yeah, hope you guys are enjoying the episode. Tell us any ideas in the Discord. Tweet at us. Love, hate, the whole range of human emotion. And I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Oh, I'm bringing us back in. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Analog.
We're back.
Yeah, all right, so let's talk summit seeding, because we mentioned that really briefly in the past thing. And it's time to compare you to all your peers, Rishi.
I don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that?
You can do that.
Okay, I'll do that. And then you can make snarky comments. You're very good at that. So, all right, let's look. So far, Smash Summit 7. All right, who's the first seed?
Zayn.
Hbox, Leffen.
Zayn.
All right, so I'm gonna put Leffen. Oof. Hbox.
I'd rather talk about interesting matchups rather than seeding.
Fine.
We'll find out seeding in like a week.
Fine, but I wanna have it on record so we can complain about it later.
Okay.
Fine.
Let's see. Where do we find the people? I think we just have to go to voting.
Yeah. Okay. So Shiz is the last seed.
Yeah.
That we can say for sure.
That's true.
All right. Well, we both know the matchup we most want to see.
Is Amsa Zayn.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah.
Still really, really, really want to see that.
Yeah.
I was saying this to someone at work the other day. It's just so ridiculous how wide the field has blown open by Armada retiring, because there's this whole echelon of players who I really never saw winning a tournament while Armada and Hbox were both there.
The percentage chance of Axe winning Summit has just
it's skyrocketed.
jumped.
Yeah, because he could beat anyone except Hbox would still be really, really, really hard.
Yeah.
And then Amsa, it's the other way, where I actually think the only person who I see him having a really bad shot against is probably Leffen, who has never looked that bad against Amsa.
Yeah, Leffen's probably his hardest matchup.
Right?
Yeah.
I think Mango is also actually really hard, but
yeah,
he's
brought it close.
Amsa's brought it close, so I can't say he couldn't beat him.
Yeah.
And then other than that, so I think he has a realistic chance of beating everyone. He's beaten everyone on this list before, right? He's beaten Plup, right?
Amsa?
Yeah, he did.
When?
He beat him at a Canadian tournament, didn't he? Didn't that happen?
Oh, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Like a year ago?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that and Axe also, like Axe is Hbox is his only real person who he can't beat, right? Leffen's also a really hard one for him, but he took that set off of him at Flatiron.
At Flatiron.
So
God, that was such a crazy tournament.
Yeah, but it's crazy because, like, realistically, Amsa could win this tournament now. It's hard, but he could do it.
Yeah.
Right? That's so nuts.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Amsa was commentating the Japan Nintendo Live tournament on Friday and Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool.
It's actually, when you look at the you can really break it up in an interesting way, because, so Wizrobe, Armada retiring definitely made things easier, but Wizrobe was always one of those players who you thought, if Wizrobe had a tournament-winning run in it, including him beating Armada for the first time, might not be that surprising, right?
Yeah.
That would be possible. Now, Wizrobe still has Mango as a huge problem, so that's gonna...
And an unusual wall for someone sitting in that range.
Right.
Usually it's either Hbox or Armada.
Right. And then SFAT, it's the same, where Armada was the one matchup where it really seemed like he couldn't crack it.
Yeah.
He has wins on every other player.
Yeah.
Armada was like the only player in the world who SFAT didn't have a win on, maybe, who he's played.
Though recently it's looked impossible against Mango.
Yes, that's true. Yeah. Yeah. But eventually he could do it, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's not like a strict matchup thing.
You know who else could win? Besides me? Swedish. Swedish could win. Who can't Swedish beat on this list?
Hungrybox and Leffen.
Hasn't he beaten Hungrybox?
No.
Really?
Yeah. He's come really close, but he's never done it.
I would say Leffen's his hardest matchup.
I think Hungrybox and Leffen are both really hard. I think Swedish is one of the best Sheiks versus Puff in the world, but he gets so tilted by the matchup.
Yeah.
Like, so incredibly tilted. No, he's never beaten him.
He got close with Luigi.
Yeah. And with Sheik. He's gotten close with Sheik before, too. But he gets so tilted.
Yeah.
Okay, so if there's one of the top 5 who is If you have to choose someone outside the top 5 to win this tournament, who would it be?
Outside the top 5? So
outside of...
HBox, Mango, Leffen, Plup, and Mewtwo King?
Yeah.
Then, I mean...
Is it Axe, Wizzy, or Amsa?
Or Zayn.
Or Zayn, sorry. Completely forgot because he's right there.
Yeah.
He wasn't there. Sorry. Okay, outside of the top 6. If you have to choose someone who's never won a major...
excluding Zayn.
Yes, excluding Zayn, too.
Damn.
If you have to choose someone who's never won a super major before, who would it be?
X, because he's the best Melee player by far.
Really?
Yeah. He's the best Melee player, dude, by far.
I'm trying to decide whether I think it's Axe. I think of those 3 players, I legitimately think those are the 3 players who realistically I think have a real shot at winning this tournament. Actually, I think a lot of people do, but you know, they're like the biggest candidates. I think Amsa might have the best chance.
Above Axe and Wizzy?
Mm-hmm. Because here's how you... So, Wizzy is just never going to beat Mango. Like, ever. He's never going to beat Mango.
Mm-hmm.
And I see it as pretty unlikely that he'll beat Leffen, too. And then he has really hard but doable matchups against Mewtwo King, Plup, and HBox. Axe has incredibly hard matchups against Hungrybox. And Bananas is at this tournament. So he has a really hard matchup there.
I don't think Axe will lose to Bananas at this tournament. Knock on wood.
And I don't know that I'd favor him against Leffen or Mango or Plup or Mewtwo King, right? Amsa...
Who do you favor Amsa and Wizzy over of those players?
No one.
No one, right?
But I think the matchups for Axe are a little harder.
Okay.
I think that I favor him less against Hungrybox for sure, and less against Plup and Mewtwo King probably than both Wizzy and Amsa.
Well, one way you can frame it
not Mewtwo King.
is
Less against Plup.
Which of these characters is are any of these characters on the decline at all, given the current state of the meta, or are any of them, you know, have more potential at this top level?
I don't think any of them are changing that much.
You don't think so?
Of Falcon, Pikachu, and Yoshi?
I think we're on the verge of some changes.
Like what?
I think the solo main for Axe with Pikachu is going to be a lot harder to maintain.
Oh, sure,
and it's already hard.
Sure.
So I definitely think if Axe wants to stay in the top 10, he's going to have to pull out one character, one
agree.
or two.
Yeah, and I think that's why I favor Amsa over Axe, is because I don't think people have figured out Yoshi at all yet, and I think Amsa's, just in terms of how little we've seen him play, he still has shown that he has new tricks he's pulling out.
Yeah.
And this is a difference. When Amsa wins a matchup he's never won before, like when he beat HBox, it looked like he had put a ton of time and innovation into the matchup that we've never seen before.
Yeah.
And when Axe wins, this is not to discredit Axe at all. It looks like Axe played amazing that day and did the stuff he usually does, but pulled it off.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I think Amsa has more of an X factor. So no, I wouldn't favor any of these players against like any of those people, but I think the benefit Axe has is that he's historically done really well against Mewtwo King, and that his Mango matchup isn't that bad.
Mm-hmm.
The thing with Amsa is that even though has a really hard time against Mango and Leffen, and like all of these players, I can totally see the jump between the last summit and this one being the one where he does it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. So I think by the data, yeah, you probably choose Axe, but my predictive thing is saying that Amsa might be a better candidate.
Makes sense. Though I'm choosing Axe because he's the best Melee player by far.
I think Amsa's got a claim to that title too.
Amsa's the most Melee player by far.
Yeah, what is this? Your stupid thing. Axe is the best Melee player. Plup is the best player of Melee.
No, Leffen's the best player of Melee.
What was it for Plup?
I don't know. Was Plup on the list?
Yeah, he was.
No, I don't remember.
Dude, you made this tweet like right after Plup won Genesis.
Plup won Genesis? Damn, dude, that's crazy. Plup's nuts.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's going to be such a sick summit. I'm really, really excited. What other matchups are you interested in seeing?
I want to see KJH Wizzy. I think that'd be cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know KJH is a studier.
What about KJH Zayn?
I'm not that interested to see that.
Okay.
We just saw that at Big House.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
How'd it go?
As you expect.
Didn't KJH look good and then he got sort of fucked up? That's what happened.
Doesn't every Fox look good?
That's what happened. Right? He was almost. He was playing really.
He took
well.
a game.
Oh no, I'm thinking of KJH versus Hungrybox too. That was also really sad.
Let's not talk about that. Too soon still.
KJH Hungrybox, I'm interested in that.
Yeah, no, that'd be cool.
That's a cool matchup.
Yeah. I mean, KJH is one of the best Foxes versus Puff.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I mean, Zayn, Hungrybox, Zayn, Mango have proven to be just classic sets every time they happen.
Yeah.
So I'm obviously looking forward to that.
Seriously.
You
think Mewtwo King is feeling, motivated right now? I saw he was streaming playing Melee today with Plup, so maybe he's actually practicing.
I think he's going to play the same, I think he's going to be basically base Mewtwo King level.
Base Mewtwo King.
I'm not expecting... I don't think he's going to be worse than he usually
Not
is.
Mewtwo King Blue. Super Saiyan Mewtwo King.
No, he might be. I just don't
be.
think he's going to be worse. I think that Mewtwo King taking a 4-month break from Melee and only playing the week before the event is,
could be good for him.
pretty standard for Mewtwo King, right?
That's true.
Whatever. I don't think it's going to change.
I'm curious to see what shape Lef is in.
Yeah, me too. Well, he's grinding really hard at both DB Fighters and Melee right now.
Yeah, he said something about being motivated in Melee again yesterday. He felt the fire come back.
Yeah,
he's also talking about playing Puff,
which is interesting. I think that was a joke.
I don't know, dude.
Because he was making fun of everyone suggesting he play Puff the day before.
He tweeted about it more this morning. Who knows?
It's really funny that Leffen's motivated now. I have to assume it's just from seeing Mango and Zayn play really well.
Yeah.
Because
how can you not want to play Melee?
Because Leffen's most recent interaction with Melee was going to a European regional and winning from winners with his Marth.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I don't know if that's the most
true.
motivating thing.
He was like, "Oh, my pal Marth is so rusty. I don't want to play Marth. Maybe I'll go Falco. Maybe I'll go Puff." Then he just goes Marth.
Fucked on everyone.
Yeah. Sechi double eliminated Triff.
I know, which is crazy. And then Sechi made a tweet about how he would have to come to the U.S. to get considered for MIOM, which is really he's going to be on the top 100, absolutely.
He had a couple other good wins, right?
He's beaten Vanity Angel. He's beaten Prof. He's beaten Fat Goku. He has a easily good enough resume to be top 100. Double win on Triff is also just
yeah, it's good.
That's gigantic. Although I love that he acknowledged that it was because Falcon fucks Peach too. He tweeted out, he was like, totally even matchup, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot of these matchups that we're interested in are ones we've seen many times. Axe M2K Classic, Axe Amsa Classic, Axe Mango, it's all Wizzy Leffen. It's all just good stuff.
I don't want to watch Axe Mewtwo King. It's stressful.
I think it's so fun. I love watching Axe Mewtwo King.
I like watching it when Axe wins.
Okay, so what about what matchups are you most excited to play?
All of them. I have no comment.
When's the last time you played HBox?
More than a year ago now.
Are you interested in that?
Of course. Of course I am.
If I ask you about any matchup, is there going to be one you say you're not interested in? Are you excited to play Bananas?
I wouldn't say I'm excited to play Bananas, but I would play him.
Are you excited to play Bananas at Summit?
I mean, not as excited as I would be about some of the other players.
Like Shiz.
Yeah, like Shiz. Well, one of my favorite Smash videos of all time features Shiz.
What is it?
Game 4, of course.
I wasn't sure if you were going to say that or one of his dance videos.
Oh, yeah, those two. I like playing them side by side.
I am interested in seeing Slox versus Kalindi in Swedish.
Yeah.
I think that's legitimate. He could do it.
Yeah, he could.
It wouldn't mean that much. I think he'd beat Bananas, too. It wouldn't mean that much because I assume that he would probably lose to whoever he plays after that. But he could do both of those.
I'd definitely like to see Slox play well, because when he plays well, he's sick.
Yeah, he absolutely is. Remember when Slox almost auto-qualified for Summit?
Yeah. Forgot about that. He got, what, 9th?
9th at Big House last year.
That was crazy. Any teams you're interested in seeing?
Yeah. I mean, you and Amsa, double VGVC team.
That's right.
No, you and Zayn will be interesting.
Yeah. It'll be fun.
We'll see.
Me and Zayn we've only teamed, I think, in friendlies before.
Who's Mango teaming with?
Leffen, I think.
Oh, I'm interested in seeing that.
I think there's a possibility of Mango teaming with whoever wins the Mango, but I think right now his plan is teaming with Leffen.
Right, because if Johnny or Joey or someone won the Mango, he would probably
I think he and Zach would team too.
Yeah, Zach too.
They're actually a filthy team also.
Oh, they're amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Mango and whoever.
Yeah, so real quick, who are the teams? So Mango Leffen, me and Zayn, Extinction, so Axe and Amsa, Hbox Bananas, Music King Plup, Swedish and Slox, and then there's 4 people left: Kalindi, Shiz, Wizzy, and the winner of the Mango.
Right. Swedish and Slox was a truly incredible team when they were playing.
Yeah,
they were
played them multiple times.
They were sort of like right when you guys were getting good too.
Yeah.
Swedish and Slox was also getting really good at that same time.
Yep.
And then they both started playing at different times, and Slox stopped playing as much.
Yeah.
And but I mean, they beat Hbox Axe twice, double eliminated them from Genesis, got fourth at that tournament.
In their little combo video.
Right? Fourth at that tournament?
I don't remember.
They did so well, though. Swedish Slox should be really interesting, especially since I think Swedish as a player has gotten better since them. So it'll be up to...
He's so good at teams, too.
Yeah, so it'll be up to Slox to maintain his thing. Amsa Axe is also... That team never seems like it should work, and it always does, because they're both so good at Melee.
Yeah.
I still don't think it's a good team.
It's a crazy team.
Like, I don't think that the team comp itself is that good.
Yeah, it's not.
But...
They're both sick, though.
It is insane. Hungrybox Bananas could actually make a real run. I think that...
It could make a run. It could also not walk.
Yeah, totally.
You know?
But I think that Jigglypuff Ice Climbers... I almost just said shoot at.
Yeah.
I think Jigglypuff Ice Climbers is a doable team.
Yeah.
It's a more real team. And Hungrybox has experience teaming with Ice Climbers already.
Yeah.
So...
How did that team come about? Who decided that they would team?
Probably Hbox. Hbox has sort of had a habit of like teaming with lesser, quote unquote, lesser players at Summit. Maybe it was just Toussaint.
He teamed with Toussaint?
Yeah, didn't they team? 101?
I think you're right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. I mean, that was Puff
yeah,
Brethren.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's sort of done that in general.
It kind of, I don't know why it feels like it made sense. Maybe it's just because it's Puff Ices.
Yeah, and he plays that.
That's his teammate.
Ices. I mean, I think that actually a few players have done that. You know, Leffen and Mafia teamed.
Did. Oh, they did.
They got third.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah. So wait, Kalindi and Swedish, or Kalindi is teaming with who?
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know about Shiz or Wiz. I mean, that seems like a no-brainer to me.
Wiz Shiz?
Shiz Wiz.
Shiz Wiz.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Right? I mean, come on.
They're both Florida. Look at that. Look at Wizzy's name is in lowercase.
I was noticing that.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting because it's not that many new matchups for this. Most of the new matchups would involve like Shiz or Bananas, and neither of those are interesting by the merit of one's skill and the other's character. So I mean, Zayn Amsa is the one I'm really pulling for. Slime, can you rig the seating for that, please?
Or PTAS or whoever's in charge of the cheating.
Yeah. And then PTAS, you'll have, oh my god, in Marth Yoshi, you'll have so many wonderful, almost game-winning moments.
Yeah.
You'll literally, actually,
if
you'll
Amsa
literally be
had down tilted here.
Well, but he can cheat too. If Amsa had been one frame late on this parry, he wouldn't have hit the parry.
Yeah.
Like you can just basic shit like that, right? But PTAS, if you tweet it out, people will eat it up.
Of course they will.
I'm sure.
Yeah. That's why I don't usually pay too much mind to those types of things, because it's like, well, what about the thousands of frames that happened before where you could have messed things up or you did get those things, right? And your opponent.
No, I mean, I think they're really cool.
It's cool for a spectator, a fan type of thing.
You couldn't ever do it for Amsa because Amsa's being near frame perfect.
I know. He's actually crazy.
100 times a game.
Yeah.
He's nuts. That's why you have to put him Him and Axe together. Who do you think are the 5 most naturally skilled melee players?
I don't know if I have an answer to that. I don't think I would put Amsa in that category.
Okay.
Because I think Amsa just like works so
Grinds
hard.
really hard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I have an answer to that. Because I don't know. I feel like I'd have to know people really, really well to say. Like maybe,
that's a good point.
Maybe Mango. I don't know.
See, this is an interesting... Maybe we should talk about perceptions of it more, because I remember one time being on Leffen's stream and him saying a thing about... sorry, I've been clicking this the whole time, guys. It's just a nervous tick. He was talking about how Mango gets this rep of just being the natural. Mm-hmm. He just was good immediately and blah, blah, blah. And that was true when Mango first started out. But he's saying, listen, Mango... You guys think he doesn't, like... You guys always say, oh, Mango doesn't practice. Mango spends 3 or 4 days a week just playing Melee with his best friends who are all top 20 level players.
Yeah.
Like, just because they're laughing doesn't mean that he doesn't get good practice. I had to teach myself Melee out in the wilderness of Sweden, playing against CPUs with no one else to train against.
So is Leffen saying he's talented?
Yeah.
Okay.
He is the ultimate gamer genes, dude.
Good job, Leffen.
This was a while ago.
You got the gene that gives you good DI.
Oh my god, dude. I miss that old Leffen Twitter profile so much. Do you know the one I'm talking about?
Which one?
Swedish and Korean, the ultimate gamer genes.
Really?
You don't remember them? That was his Twitter profile?
That's really funny.
Yeah. That used to be his Twitter profile.
Jeez. He's right. He got the good DI genes, man.
Yeah, do people know nowadays that Leffen is half Asian? I feel like people don't know.
I feel like they
that.
don't know, yeah. I don't know.
Remember how his name means courage or something? That was like a big thing in the documentary that maybe means something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not.
Yeah.
Forgot that completely.
They made a translation. There was a documentary, Hero. It means hero.
Oh, that's ironic.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see that Smash Bros. Insider Twitter?
Yeah.
Where they're like, TSM's going to drop 0-0's leaving TSM to join Tempo. Mm-hmm. You think that's legit?
Probably. I think it's probably something that think it's probably something that's been talked about.
Didn't we comment on this a while back that like Zero doesn't really have the TSM branding that much anymore since he retired?
If we said that on the podcast,
or we've talked about it.
Each other. Yeah, I mean he's gonna drop TSM. I feel like that's a pretty
so interesting
open secret.
Like to be in a position to just drop TSM.
Yeah, I've heard some stuff.
Really?
Behind the scenes about that too. That I don't know that I should say.
Okay, all right, we'll move
on here. It's nothing bad, but I just don't know that it's my place to share.
Sure.
But I think he wants to leave TSM.
Gotcha.
And he's very obviously been removing their branding from everything. It's only on his Twitch now.
Yeah.
And yeah, he struck out, and I think it was a very smart decision for him because he's established himself as a multi-game creator. He's never had a huge amount of success in other games, but like. You know, there are other communities that know him now. Mm-hmm. And when he returns to Ultimate with a new team, he'll have a more renewed fan base that doesn't rely on his previous sponsorship.
Yeah.
So I think it was smart.
Dude, Ultimate comes out in like 4 weeks. Just over 4 weeks now.
I know. Who do you think Zero's going to play in Ultimate?
Diddy Kong. Or no. Well, I don't think he cares as much about winning. I think he wants to play someone that people will like watching him play. And then he has fun.
You don't think he cares about winning?
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, unless he like makes a serious return to competing.
Do you think he can make a half-hearted return to competing? I don't really see that as Zero.
You don't see him like entering a few tournaments just for the heck of it?
At the beginning of the game.
That's what I mean. And then going back to streaming.
No, I think he's gonna
or commentating or something.
I think he's gonna compete.
Like in earnest?
Yeah. I think Ultimate's different enough for him that he wants to establish his reign.
I mean, I'm down.
The main thing that he was saying with if there's a new Smash game, it might take me a while to come back, was like if it's really, really similar to Smash 4.
Yeah.
And Ultimate's obviously pretty similar, but
there's a good amount of different mechanics.
I think the movement options are enough for him to come back.
That's one of the, honestly, the most frustrating thing for me is having watched all this footage and nobody utilizing like the new movement options. Like I really want to get my hands on it so I can mess around.
No, I think he'll return as a serious competitor. Also, if he's getting picked up by Tempo Storm, he's not getting a new team if he's trying to be a streamer.
Yeah. Well, some teams pick up streamers, right?
Yeah, but he's not that big a streamer.
Really? He has like thousands of subs, like more than 1,000 or 2,000.
Yeah, but that's personal affiliation to Zero. How many viewers does he get?
I don't know. I thought he got a good amount.
He gets an okay amount. Not enough for a gigantic deal with Tempo Storm, I don't think.
I don't know. I feel like they would see it as an investment too.
Sure. But let's see. Is he Zero Wondering on Twitter now? Or on Twitch?
I think it's just Zero.
This is not. Yeah. I'll just...
Zero at Smash Ultimate.
It is just Zero.
Who do you think he'll play? Oh, he's live right now.
Analyzing Ultimate footage.
He's got 3,000 viewers,
okay,
man.
He gets more viewers than I thought he did. He gets more viewers than I thought he did.
Literally right now, he has 3,400 viewers.
And he's just looking at a tier list.
I mean, it is inflated because of Ultimate.
No. That's big though. Okay,
but
you're
still,
right. No, but I don't think that he's gonna be. I think he wants to be a competitor. What is his tier list? Looks very promising. Diddy Kong's in there, so
is
he'll
this
probably
his
play
or is it Abadango's? Because I saw Abadango put out a list.
No, it's his because he's moving stuff.
Oh, he is.
Yeah. So I think that maybe probably Diddy.
I think so.
He says Shulk looks very promising. So
if he says that, I feel like he might believe it.
He said Shulk looked like better than he did for all of Smash 4.
I guess so. Why does he have the Pokemon sitting down on the side?
I don't know.
I know he has said he thinks they're going to be really good, and I have also been saying this.
Yeah.
And I think a few others see it too. Oh, well, I'm confused. Oh, he wants to rank them separately, maybe? But he has Pokemon Trainer right there in the second tier.
Oh, cool. So for solo mains, that's what he's doing.
I guess.
Interesting.
I don't know. They're very high on my list, though, is Pokemon Trainer.
He has Lucina and Diddy both pretty high, so I think he'll probably end up playing Lucina and Diddy.
He has Zelda pretty high. I don't think I put Zelda in the top tier.
The one character that everyone has been talking about as being potentially one of the best characters in the game is Pikachu. Pretty much everyone I've heard talk about Pikachu.
Amazing movement, amazing normals, a spike,
yeah.
Specials, projectiles. Yeah. Seems like a good character. They turned Skull Bash into Volt Tackle.
Yeah.
That's the biggest buff.
Yeah.
I think that's sick.
So maybe Esam makes a resurgence.
What if Esam just plays Pichu? I want to play Pichu, dude. Oh, the freaking Team Aqua Bandana is so good. It's so good.
Well, I mean, we gotta get you good at Ultimate so we can sneak you back into college and get you in CSL Smash.
Yeah, that 30K pop bonus.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I could pass for a college-aged fella, right?
Yeah.
I'm not that old yet.
True. I mean, CSL had people like Gatsu was playing in CSL.
That's true.
You know?
He's like 46.
Drunk Sloth. Did you see Drunk Sloth shaved?
I saw.
He's so hot, dude. Drunk Sloth's so hot.
Yeah, he posted it to
he's so attractive.
To the Brown Smashers group chat.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Sound will be fun. There's not that much to say about it.
Yeah, we got the Mango this weekend. We got Summit the next weekend, Thanksgiving the next weekend, and then one weekend of pain and suffering and anticipation, and then Ultimate comes out.
So who's this is our last question before we end because we're running pretty long actually. Not who do you think, just final thing before the Mango, who do you want to win the Mango?
My gut says SFAT.
That's who you want to win.
That's what my gut wants, yeah. And also very good answer would be PPU. Either of them, honestly. Who do you want? I know who you want.
Who?
Army.
That was what I was about to say. I was trying to decide. I like Zach. I would want Zach to win, but Zach has never done well at Summit that I can remember. I don't. And I think that Zach can do well at Summit, but I'm not super interested in seeing him against any of these players. Kevin has looked like he's adding layers of depth to his game every new tournament he's at.
For sure.
Which is why I'm more interested in seeing him.
Mm-hmm.
And I want Army to win because I feel like he should have got in. And it would be poetic for him to win what is essentially a SoCal local.
And maybe we could get part 2 of the diss track.
Exactly. So yeah, I think I want Kevin or Army to win.
Fair.
Or Griffin.
Yeah, that would be my next guess for you.
I really think he could do it. I just think he has good matchups against a bunch of the people competing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that his matchups against S2J and Pew Pew U, if he gets seeded to play against them, could potentially lead him to a really big win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll find out pretty soon.
Yep.
I'll be watching. Oh, House of Pain is this weekend too.
Oh yeah, so watch Rishi go prep for Summit, I guess. Oh no.
Yeah, a lot of people actually.
Is Absent Page gonna? No, he's gonna be at the Vega.
I don't know. Kalindi's gonna be there. Lod's gonna be there.
True.
Mitu King's Pichu is gonna be there, and more.
Ooh, another brothers showdown. Lod's got to get revenge on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That does it for us, guys. See you next week.
See ya. Bye.